What's up, my Virgos? Welcome back to my channel for another video. This is your girl Zen at Zen in the Void. Welcome everyone, all my Virgo babies with Virgo placements doing Virgo things. You know what I'm saying? So let's get right into the reading, honey. I just want to let you guys know I'm so excited because I feel like I'm reaching new levels when it comes to my gifts and my abilities, and it's a lot of responsibility, but it's super exciting. I feel like this camera is a little crooked. So how are you guys? Like I was saying, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I've reached new levels with my abilities and with my gifts, and I'm very excited about it. I have already cleansed the space, blessed it, made it whole and sacred. I've invited your spirit guides, Virgos, so it's like one big spirit party in here is how I described it to the Aquarius. I'm a medium, so I feel a little overwhelmed, if I'm being quite honest. At first I thought I was just like really in Aquarius energy, which I think I was, and they were very like restless, but I also realize right now that I'm restless because there's so many spirit guides in here right now, and there's like so much information kind of going through me. So I have my Amazonite crystal to kind of just like help me to let me adjust this light again a little bit. I'm so sorry. So I'm definitely gonna edit this, so take a deep breath. So I have my Amazonite crystal in my hand to help me ground, to bring in a very stable kind of like warrior princess vibe. You know, it's very feminine crystal. It's very grounding, very soothing to my root chakra and my heart chakra. But anyways, I'm gonna put that down. I'm excited. All you guys are here. Spirits are here. It's a party. As you can tell by the title, we're doing something a little bit different. If you're new, welcome. I think I already introduced myself. I'm Zen. What's up? And if you're returning and you've been a supporter, what's up? What's cracking? You already know what it is, what it will be. Let's get into this party, the spirit party. What does your spirit guides want to say to you? What does spirit want to say to you, your higher self? It's all the same, because coming from a place of love, honey, that's all God, you know, that's all spirit. Oh. I gotta say, Virgos, that when I was shuffling the cards, I saw the Hierophant in reverse fell out, and it just like, I felt like I should talk about it a little bit. I feel like a lot of you are in a very rebellious energy where you just kind of want to do the opposite of what people expect of you, not to be hard, not to be an asshole or anything like that. It's just that you're making changes and decisions for you. So to other people, that's gonna look rebellious. It's gonna look it's just gonna look like, okay, she's just like, she don't want to listen to nobody, or they don't want to listen to nobody. And that's just kind of how it's gonna look for you guys. It's so crazy because I was watching a Virgo reader earlier, and she was saying like how she had to do the reading over and over, and that's kind of how I feel right now. I feel like this didn't start off the most favorable way. So I feel like Virgo, there's a lot of energies out there trying to shake you up, a lot of things trying to shake you up, and kind of distract you and tempt you and throw you off balance. So that's why you're kind of being in this like rebellious energy where you're like, people expect for you to do certain things and you're just not doing it. That's kind of what I'm feeling from you. These first three cards popped out. So right off the bat, your spirit guides want you to be aware of this Three of Pentacles energy, right? But in the reverse. So in the upright, this card is about building, right? Building, working with people, you know, things of that nature, right? Teamwork. So what a lot of you Virgos out there right now could be dealing with, and that your guides want you to know, is you're feeling this opposition to that. Like, you're being kind of called to maybe work in teams, collaborate, build, but you're kind of in the energy of like lacking teamwork, being disorganized. There's group conflicts. It's something about working as a team that's just not going well for you right now. So I think your spirit guides and all these beings around right now really want to say to you to pick carefully, open yourself up to working with others and working as a team. I saw this really good quote today, and when I read it, it hit me like a fucking pound of bricks. But it basically said, if you want to go fast, go alone. if you want to go far, go together. And I think that's a really good quote, and it spoke to me personally because I'm a loner. I like to do everything alone because I reach higher realms and higher goals and things when I do things myself, and it makes me feel very accomplished, which is beautiful, but it also makes me feel very lonely, and it makes it that much harder for me to come into harmony with other people. So I just felt the need to share that with you. That was for somebody, honey. Open yourself up a little bit. You got the 8 of Cups here in the upright. So there's a big display of emotion right now that is pretty deeply rooted within you, Virgo. There's something about your emotional body that has affected you probably for a minute, right? And there's this fear of change, right? Fear of loss. There's something that you're trying to avoid, but because this card is in the upright, I feel like you're walking away from that. You're leaving it behind. So there could be something that you once tried to avoid and once had a fear of changing and fearing losing. It's like you're completely letting it go. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I'm overwhelmed by all the energy around right now. So if y'all see my eyes wandering and stuff like that, it's because this mediumship is one thing to do by yourself, which I'm very comfortable with, but doing it on camera is a whole nother thing because anything can happen. And I know these readings are supposed to look so like pristine and like, oh, I talk and everything's so fun that's coming out of my mouth, and it's so true, and that's a part of it. Like, that's what readings are gonna feel like, but for me it's like, damn, like I'm getting overloaded with energy. So we're gonna put up some boundaries, some energetic spiritual boundaries, and say, slow it down one at a time. Thank you. Okay, so Virgo, there was something you were holding on to in the past, but you're letting that shit go. You're in that Hierophant and reverse energy where people expect you to react to the shit they're bringing to you in a certain way, and you're just like, nope, not today. I don't have time. That doesn't fit my schedule. I don't want to deal with that, actually. Take it back. Cancel it. You're just throwing out orders. Like, people don't expect this of you. People expect you to always answer and do and this and that, and you're not doing that, Virgo. I think that's gorgeous ass energy. You are in a whole energy of walking away, leaving shit behind. You don't want to wait for anything anymore. You're done waiting, and it's not a bad thing. It's such a beautiful thing because you're doing it for you. It's like you're just really connecting to the emotional part of yourself. But I feel like that's only a small amount of you who are going through the walking away and the leaving behind. Like, a lot of you could be going through that, right? But it's kind of for some of you, it's not with the energy that your guides are trying to get you. They're trying to get you to understand something as you leave things behind, as you let things go, as you move forward, right? And accept and leave things behind, right? For some of you, you're going with a cold heart. You're going and you're like, I feel disconnected. You're overthinking about relationships, and I can really relate to that. I just put up a chit chat about that. But you're feeling very apathetic. You're feeling very unhappy and lazy and kind of just like not happy, smug about all the things in the relationships going on in your life. You may be dissatisfied, though. You're walking away. Try not to feel like that. That's what I'm getting for you, Virgos. Try not to feel like that. Try to open yourself up to good teamwork, good collaboration, good team building, right? Understand that although you're walking away, right? You're doing stuff different. You're trying out different shit. Don't allow yourself to feel disconnected, guys. You've done too much work on yourself. For some of you, this is just where you are in your journey. So, more power to you. But just try not to feel disconnected from everyone, because that's really an illusion, right? Relationships, friendships, all those things, partnerships. We want to welcome certain things into our life so that we can learn. So if something that you're doing makes you feel inspired, you might want to learn, something. Being disconnected and not wanting to work with people, you'll get stuff done because you're by your damn self. Cool. But like, who are you gonna, who are you gonna spend that time with? Okay, so there's a lot of emotions that I think there's a lot of emotions that you're just trying to avoid, Virgo. I think that's what it really is. It's not that you're just so angry or anything like that. Maybe you are, but like, I feel like you're just trying to place the emotions you feel from all the disappointment. Maybe you wanted to move forward with certain situations, certain people, right? and it just didn't go how you expected it to go. So you're trying to do something with those emotions, but it looks like you're leaving it behind, walking away from it, and that could be healthy. Just try your best not to feel too like hardened in your heart space about it, because that's not helpful. You got the Princess of Wands in reverse though, so that is screaming to me to try, like, it feels like, Virgo, that your spirits are trying to get you in a certain frequency where, yes, you're working hard, yes, you're excited about life, yes, you're reborn, yes, you're literally settling into your heaven on earth. I just saw 1212 and it smacked me like, but you guys are like really settling into your heaven on earth. If you've been looking at these readings or just keeping up with your spiritual journey via tarot or however you've been doing it, everyone on their spiritual journey has been kind of seeking their heaven on earth, which is pretty much just like your happiness while you're alive, everything you want, the energy, the love, the friends, the passion, your reason for being on earth. You want to be aware of it. You want to, feel fulfilled as a human, as a living thing, right? You guys have been going after that. You're on a really good place, Virgo. That's why I read for you, because I know that you guys are up there, right? So the Princess of Wands in reverse is about that energy that helps you get there, right? Where you're excited about life, you're a free spirit, you are just like, it's like a whole new world, like a whole new world. I always sing that song because it's so perfect, The Whole New World from Aladdin, because I just saw Aladdin for the first time like a couple months ago. But it's the best way to describe the Princess of Wands in reverse, right? So it's like you guys got a whole new world, you were being selfish in a good way, kind of just thinking about yourself, your path. That got you to this higher frequency, this higher timeline, this heaven on earth. That energy got you there, chasing after what makes you happy and what makes you whole, right? But your spirit guides and spirit is trying to basically let you know now, Virgo, that you can come out of that energy, open yourself up. It's not that it has to end, because it's gonna always be a part of you. It's always gonna be an energy and a power that you can tap into if you stay with me. Everything that we learn, we can always, like, it's like your spirit animals, like, how can I explain this? Basically, we get certain, like, ring, like Thanos, right? He has different, rings on his glove or whatever the fuck, or like you get different notches on your belt. So it's like you have a skill for every part of life that you kind of encounter, and if you don't, you learn, which is beautiful. So what Spirit is trying to tell you right now, Virgo, is you can come out of the Princess of Wands energy, that free-spirited, youthful, excited about life energy, where you're just worried about you and yourself. Dial that back a bit and open yourself up to like the more mature version of that, which is like the Queen of Wands, right? Which is like, I'm ready to work with others, though I am still like hella making sure that my shit is together. Like, make sure that you are happy and that your cup is full, right? And your passions are being met first, but open yourself up to be passionate with others. Like, that's a big one. That's a doozy for you, Virgo. That's why we spent so much time on it just now, because open yourself up. There's something for you to learn. Even if you feel anxious about it, like I said, which I understand fully, there's something in that space for you to learn from, because there's a big success with you just being in that energy. Even if you don't actively participate in things, just opening yourself up to the thought and the possibility would be very helpful. Try some things out, have some fun. You don't have to commit right off the bat. You could just dibble dabble, have some fun. You got the Ace of Wands in reverse too. And that goes with this Princess of Wands in reverse energy. If you see the cards, they kind of look alike in a sense, where the fire is like blazing and going upward in the upright, but they're in reverse. So what it's looking like is you have all this passion, Virgo, but you don't have anyone to share it with. You don't have anyone to build your ideas and bounce things off of. Like, you're a flame by yourself, but you want other flames to come with you so you guys can make this big raging fire, which is like creation, like creating things from your sense of passion. It's like having all the creative energy and ability and desire and diligence and inspiration, but it's not going anywhere. Instead of going up into the sky and going to its full extent, it's going downward. It's not going in the right direction. So instead of having all these new feelings of creative spark and like getting that expressed and out, you're like turning away from people, and that's not good for you, Virgo. So, you know, let's get some more cards. Let's get 4 more cards out, because we gotta wrap this up. But yeah, Virgo, that's what I'm getting. Your emotion, you're kind of just in an emotionally vulnerable place, and you just wanna you're feeling vulnerable, and you're not opening up to people, but you should. Don't rush yourself though, don't pressure yourself. Just try to go, like, try to, you know, lessen it just a little bit, right? So you can just like check that energy, like kind of vamp that energy, turn it into something else, right? You got the Devil card coming out next. So I feel like there is this devil energy around you. Maybe it was something that you let go of that made you feel disconnected and unhappy and in your head. It's this devil energy altogether. It's like I'm feeling like you've let that go completely, Virgo, and you don't want to allow it to come into your life again. You don't even want to give it like the possibility, right? It's like, instead of you know what I think it is? I think this is too, I'm not going to touch this camera again, y'all. I'm going to just leave it. It's so bright and it's not flattering, but you know what? It's okay. It's not a big deal. So yeah, Virgo, what I'm getting is that your guides definitely want you to know, Spirit definitely wants you to know that it recognizes that there's a lot of snakes and devils and demons around you trying to take advantage, trying to do shit, but you can't you can't let that push you in a box. You being open and receptive and not kind of hiding away, like instead of being a hermit and taking time in a conducive way, in a way that's helpful to you, you kind of hide away because you know that there's lurkers out there. There's things lurking in the shadows. You guys gotta tap into your strength. Be aware that yes, these things are around, but you don't let that close you off, you know? I'm gonna put that back and we're gonna get one more. Okay, after that we got the Knight of Swords in reverse. So I feel like there's this like this air energy. It's in reverse though, but it's an impulse, like there's a feeling of having no direction, unpredictability. And this makes hella sense because I feel like Spirit is trying to get you to do something or have an experience or go forward with something in your life, Virgo. But Spirit is also letting you know that this is a very unpredictable thing. Basically, I'm hearing step out on faith. That's what I just heard, step out on faith. So your guides, God, your higher self just wants you Virgos to know. Take risks. Step out on faith. Understand that even though you don't understand exactly what's gonna become of a situation or where it's gonna go, just go where you're feeling like you need to go. Like, don't be tempted. I feel like lots of things are tempting you. That doesn't mean give in to temptation. It just means take risk on things that actually feel good. Instead of just, the reason being is because your spirits, I just had a vision of like you having a good opportunity come to you, right? Like someone came to you wanting to work with you or do something and you like pushed it away because you just didn't trust them. But it might not necessarily be coming from a place of discernment, but more of a place of fear, where you don't want to work with them because you have a fear that they may take advantage of you. But you got to understand, Virgo, no one can take advantage of you unless you let them. If you see red flags, like if you agree to the work that's putting you in the frequency your spirit guides want you to be in, where you're open to it, but then you see that red flag and you go, you know what? Like, say for example, business comes to you to do work. You're like, yeah, I would love to do that. And then they're acting shady. Maybe they're sending you weird text messages. Maybe they're ignoring you altogether and just being weird and shady. You're like, look, I don't like that energy. They're not being very professional. They're not getting back to me at a good time. When they do get to me, they're saying weird stuff. That's when you stop. It's like you learn from the first red flag or the first few, but you open yourself up to the experience. That's like the point of it, right? Because no one can be that devil in your life. Nobody can manipulate you unless you allow them to manipulate. You guys got enough discernment, I'm hearing, to make the difference. So go into that place of to know the difference. Go into the place of unpredictability. Why? Because you're on your fool's journey, Virgo. We're almost done here. Just stay with me. You're on your fool's journey, right? You're feeling innocent, you're feeling vulnerable, you're feeling wide-eyed and young and wet behind the ear again, like a small child. So that's why you feel this way. You're like, okay, I get to nurture myself. Like, you know, you've healed your inner child quite a lot. I'm hearing a lot of you have healed your inner child, or you're trying to, or you're on that journey, and you just like want to protect that inner child at all costs. But you're on your full journey, so be open to experience as well, and leave the bullshit behind. You know, last piece of advice or last message that we have is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This card is having a reckless energy, reckless spending, living beyond your means, false success, just like not. Every time you gain luxury and rewards and the fruits of your labor, some of you guys are just like pissing it away, spending it up. And I can relate to that. I will make a lot of money and then I'll be like splurging on myself, or like treating myself to all this stuff. This month, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, we in Virgo season, I just saw 222 and then I saw 2222. So, you know, it might be okay for Virgo season, for your birthday, but just make sure you don't overdo it too much. Have boundaries, I'm hearing. Just like have set spending, like set an amount you're gonna spend, cut it off. Don't live beyond your means. Don't have a false sense of success. Don't let that devil, that's devil energy too. But it's the kind that we do to ourselves, right? That someone isn't doing to us, but we're doing to ourselves. So if any of you guys are feeling like you're comparing your lives to others and you want to do stuff that makes you look cooler or whatever it is, avoid that energy. And that's just what I'm hearing from your guides. So, you know, just know that your guides are here. It ain't just me telling you. It's your passed on loved ones, it's your ancestors, it's your friends, it's your guides, whoever in the spiritual realm is helping you with the intention of love, light, and evolution. So that's all I have for you, Virgos. I know you're gonna do well. Stay easy. See you in the next one. Peace.